It is time. It is time. The blue velvet in Willow Creek has irked my soul ever since I first started playing The Sims 4 in February of 2020. And today I finally made the time to renovate it and turn it into a lounge that I would want to go to. So in real life, I truly enjoy live music performances, particularly classical music, jazz music, and the blues. So the Blue Velvet is a place that in real life I would want to go to because I would want to see live jazz performances. I would want to see live blues performances. And over again, whenever one of my Sims would get an invitation to go to the Blue Velvet, I would either decline the invitation or I would send them and be utterly bored for the entire time that they were there. Now, I didn't want to turn this into your average nightclub. This is supposed to be a lounge. It's supposed to be somewhere where someone like me who loves blues and jazz can go and relax and enjoy those performances. And today I finally got a vision in my mind of what a place like that would look like, because I've been trying to figure out how can I change the Blue Velvet to make it into something better, something that I don't find boring. And I thought, well, if I were going to go there, what kind of place would I want to be? When I finally posed the question that way, I was able to come up with a renovation that really spoke to me. So, of course, now that we have platforms, the first thing that I did was create a stage up front. And I found the easiest way to put a platform inside of a room that already exists is to create a room the size of the platform and raise or lower the floor, then delete the walls. If you put a platform into a room without making it a room first, you will have whatever walls it's touching get deleted. I don't know if that's a feature of platforms, if that's a bug that they'll fix later, but it's very annoying. So I figured out that if I just do a room first, regular room tool, put that down, then just select that room, raise or lower the floor to the level that I want, and then just delete the walls. Boom, I have a platform right where I want it. I don't have to redraw the walls that it was touching. It's great. So the first thing that I did was to create a stage. I put the piano up there. I put the piano and the microphone in the positions that I would want them to be in if I was actually attending or performing at this kind of venue. I also deleted the window that was on the back wall because realistically, you wouldn't, well, at least I wouldn't want a window back there. It would be distracting as a performer and also for lighting purposes. The light would come in from the window and it would distract from the stage lighting. So I just deleted that, made it look like some of the clubs that I've been in here in New York City. The other thing that I did was create three bathrooms. These two bathrooms are way too big. They're just a waste of space. What I had originally thought about doing, and you'll see me doing some of that wall movement here, was to create two bathrooms in each of those spaces. But I wasn't able to figure out a way to do that I was pleased with. At first, I was thinking I would have the two toilets and then have two sinks on the outside. But I wasn't going to have enough space to do that, and it was just I was overthinking it. I mean, this is a game. It's not supposed to be an exercise in frustration. So I just did it the easy way, and I divided one bathroom into two. and I made them smaller. I made them, each bathroom is 2 by 2, 4 squares total. So I was able to move the walls in and then create a larger main floor where people will be able to sit at tables or sit on sofas and enjoy the live performances going on. So on the one side, I created 2 bathrooms, and then on the other side, I just made one 2 by 2 bathroom so that I would still be able to have an entrance to the back courtyard that was 2 tiles wide, because 1 tile wide seemed a little bit like walking down a dark alley that wasn't very pleasant to me. So I was able to still have a 2 tile wide entryway to the back patio. The entrance to the back patio was no longer centered. The perfectionist in me would prefer for it to be centered, but I like the way things are positioned on the back patio. I didn't want to try to figure out a new position for the fountain and everything like that. And I said, you know what? At least for now, I'm just gonna take it as it is. And yeah, the entrance to the back patio is going to be off center. It's not the end of the world. This is just a game. Remind me of that when I come back later and fix it. But for now, I've just decided that that's good enough. And I'm happy with how it turned out. So again, I was able to move all of those walls back by a tile, so that creates a larger main floor, and a little bit of a corner there that you'll have that separation still between the bar area and the main floor. So I call this build the purple velvet. I created a version of it when I first started playing with the blue velvet. I didn't like the fact that it was not ADA compliant. So there's no easy way to build ramps to make a lot accessible. Oh, and here you can see me again doing that process of creating a room inside, raising, in this case lowering, because I made a sunken lounge area around the fireplace. So I lowered the floor and then I just deleted the walls. The only reason that I had to repaint, I didn't have to redraw the wall, the outside wall. I had to repaint it because I created the lower floor and then I increased the size of the room. So that deleted the paint, but it didn't delete the wall. Whereas if I had put a platform there, it would have deleted those outside walls and I would have had to redraw them. So I was able to use that. There's a free tip for you all. If you want to save yourself the aggravation of having to redraw walls, do it the way that I did it, by creating a room first and then just deleting the walls of the room you created. So I was saying, I first did not like how this venue was created, not accessible. There's really no disability representation in The Sims 4, which is a shame. But I try to create some accessible lots so that those people who do want to play and see accessibility reflected in the game are able to download my accessible lots and do that. So I deleted the entire second floor of the blue velvet because I could not put an elevator in there. I think the elevators only work in San Myshuno, which I hope gets fixed at some point in time. So I deleted the entire second floor and I called it the purple velvet because purple is my favorite color. And this is my lounge now, since I made it into the vision of what I want it to be. So I called it the purple velvet then, and I continued with calling it the purple velvet. I even made the wallpaper in one of the bathrooms purple. Made all of the seating purple, including the purple couches, and I used love seats, not sofas, but making the love seats purple and the chairs around the tables. I don't remember if they were originally purple in the build, but they are now. So they match the name. I could have done the wallpaper purple as well, but I don't know. It wasn't that big of a deal for me to change the wallpaper. I like how it came out. I like the original wallpaper. And really, the venue itself is a cute venue. It's a nice venue. It just needed some help in the main area for it to look more like an inviting lounge. So now you have the candles on the tables, you have the sofas and that sunken lounge area around the fireplace to, really give you that sense of being able to lounge somewhere. I would love to go to a place like this. I could see myself sitting on one of these sofas. I wouldn't even have to be right in front of the stage to enjoy the performance. I can see in the wintertime going to a place like this. There's a roaring fire in the fireplace, and I'm lounging on one of the sofas and just enjoying the vibe and whatever vocalist is singing and whatever musicians are playing. I mean, this is a place that I would love to come in real life. So I can completely see sending my Sims here to do, to enjoy time with friends or just to hang out around the fireplace, or sending my musician Sims here to perform for people, even having parties here. There is a wedding arch that I put on the back patio, and I've had a few Sims have their weddings here. But yeah, this is a place that I thoroughly enjoy playing in. And I did play test it. I wanted to make sure that you could still get into the bathrooms and use the sinks, and you could get to the tables and the sofas, and walking up and down the step for the lounge area works, and all of that. So I have uploaded this build to the gallery. It is called the Purple Velvet. It is base game only, so you don't have to have any packs to be able to download and use this build. I hope you enjoyed the speed renovation, and I will see you in the next one.